And
No! Chronicles of the Coast. On an off night. On a Thursday.
Chronicles of the Coast on a Thursday.
Yeah, on a Thursday. I'm a little out of it. Anyways, we're picking up, doing something new is what we're doing a little bit. Let's see, our heroes last time we played, you guys had basically thwarted Genesis for the most part. Ritual still happened, though you got a portal out and you killed the leader of Genesis, and with that, as you've teleported out, you requested for a portal to go back to the Elfland. So I guess I'll tell you what has happened in your time off. How much time off did you guys want to take? A week? 2 weeks?
We are...
I don't need any time.
However long it takes for Nakma to acquire a ship.
I don't need
Well,
time off.
Nagma doesn't have enough gold, I don't think.
I'm definitely...
Well,
I'm not
I'm
sure
hoping
where
my
we
friends will
popped
kind
out.
of hook me up and give me some odd jobs or whatever I got to do to make it happen.
Moody is like borrowing cash from Taz.
Yeah, Taz is flush.
I'm going to say Nakma could come up with 2,000 gold pieces in a month.
Well, I think
You know how much it costs?
in regards to like what we're
That is a
doing,
lot.
You know, right?
I need to know where we're at. Like, where did we
Yeah.
pop out at? Did we
Yeah.
pop out like in the capital city or in the woods somewhere? Like,
Definitely.
Excellent question. You actually arrived in a portion of Elende that is called Vel Toril. Sorry, no. Yes,
there.
Vel Toril, which is a coastal town. It's a type of military port, mostly, that consists of mostly the Sun Elves of Elende. Here they launch their ships and back and forth across the Blood Sea while they patrol their waters and try to protect their merchant ships from the pirates of the raiders of Fjorta.
Indeed.
And you arrive in, it's a teleportation circle. Here in this, it's a small building, and there's only a couple of people here there's nobody in a room when you arrived. Upon exploring, you discover that the building itself is abandoned, and you see signs that it was a Genesis hideout.
Oh, wow.
But there's nobody here currently.
Okay.
So, we pop out of the teleportation circle. Obsidian probably never even steps through or comes close behind us. She just disappears from wherever it is that she's
Yeah.
at, I would assume.
You're through, portal closed.
And we're just left alone.
Just the four of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the sky.
We're in a building, Nakma. Fuck.
Looking at
I just look up.
Looking up, you see that somebody really bored had painted the Van Gogh Starry Night across the.
Oh, I knew I was coming.
Taz looks up. You're smarter than I gave you credit for. Sorry, buddy. I'm just a little pissed off right now. Just darkness, like, edges out of Taz. His eyes go milky, and he fucking just walks over to a bucket and kicks it. I don't know where or where we're at, but
Take it easy, friend. I think we have struck a
Let's not make
large
too much
blow to our
noise.
foe today. We may not have stopped the ritual, but it was a win, I think.
I'm not even sure what happened.
Did you see what I did to that guy?
Nakma, that was beautiful. The way you chopped,
Just crushed
the way
him.
you just chopped that guy in
Feel
half.
good. Feel good about myself. I think we did something right.
It was incredible. We all did well.
Did it feel like they were evil at the end there?
I know evil. And
All depends on which perspective, my friend.
Well,
that
like,
certainly wasn't good, but
I mean, the storm that killed you, right? That was evil, right? That dude who was living inside that house, that was the curse in the town. That was evil, but did it feel like they were evil back there?
This was a misguided angel. Some
We're
kind of a
kidnapping people.
higher being.
Yeah, but like till the very end, he kept asking us if we wanted to stop.
Yeah, I know, Mooney. We kind of shit the bed on this one, buddy.
What did they exactly do?
We don't know the results of the ritual.
Very true.
We have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not
According
even sure
to your
what happened.
reports and what we've seen, it's Kamoira. They turn into bloodthirsty, crazy monsters. If that happened, then we are all in trouble.
Yeah.
And we did our best to stop it.
It doesn't feel like there's blood crazy monsters here,
How
right?
do you... Well,
Well,
they would be
that-
at the ritual site.
Where
I
are
mean,
we?
I don't hear screaming.
No.
They were dispersed all
Not
around the
yet.
whole world.
Erizeo confirmed it before we slew him.
All right.
They had already been successful 3 other times at creating a sentient race.
How did they
Did
do
they
it
release
so
them?
fast?
I don't know how you could. I don't think their plan was ever to keep them in slavery, Nakmo. I think their plan was to simply
They
create.
kidnapped these poor innocent people and turned them into this.
Some of them were very excited to become what they were.
I don't think Stevicus is.
What?
Yeah, that guy was sticking his finger out. He's trying to cast spells like fireball or something. I heard him mumbling it.
It is unfortunate that the ones that we put up on the block, chopping block, so to speak, they did not make it out.
Oh,
But we do not know.
We have
The
no
first
idea.
step we should do is go communicate with those around us and find out the results of these rituals.
I'm sorry I didn't have
Yes.
to take us all the page. I panicked a little bit and
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
You know, Taz, I have a feeling that we would have just ended up on the menu.
Don't know.
perhaps
I feel we were double crossed.
I will reach out
In
to
my
my
heart.
familiar later, but for now, I can't bring myself to learn any more of this potential treachery.
I know for one, I will.
Was he
Don't
always?
matter what the reward, I'm never going back to Paige.
Was he always a doppelganger? Taz?
I spied upon him that night while he slept in the room beyond, and I cannot believe that I missed that clue. Elves don't sleep, and I should have known this.
Oh my god.
I don't know how long he's been a doppelganger.
ship?
Well, I can tell you this.
On
The
ship.
time that we spent together, crafting potions and everything we did in Kamoira, he never slept then.
Did anyone see him sleeping on the ship?
He also drank that whole time.
He was with.
He wasn't drinking on the ship, was he?
Yes,
No.
he was.
Oh no.
And he was spending time with that stranger.
That lady.
I believe you even offered him a drink and he refused.
Yeah, perhaps.
I-
My mind was wrapped around the murder case at the moment.
Yeah,
On
I
the
was
bar
a bit
ride.
preoccupied.
On the ride back to the bar. He didn't drink when you offered it to him then.
It does not sound like him, does it?
But he seemed to have sobered himself up just before
But-
confrontations.
Why are you
To help
mentioning
us.
drink, Mooney?
And then when we were on a downtime,
Because
we would,
Faestrillion's been hammered
You're right.
every moment of every second we've seen him, except for today.
Not when we rescued him at Kamoira.
I've maybe he-
when we went to war, he sobered up. So I was not so. I don't know. I must have missed it.
That's
It's so obvious
confusing.
now.
I think as soon as we hit port, he was not faced really.
I feel that it
Engaged.
was before that, Nakma.
Are we just gonna have to beat up Faestrillion every time we see him now? Make him prove he's not a
Well,
doppelganger or minion of.
We had to do research to see if we can figure out how to unearth the doppelganger.
I think the worst part that eats me up is that he's gonna be out there forever, always, until he either shows up again, which he has no reason to do, or
and what of Faestrilion? Is he dead or worse?
ah,
The real
What if
Faestrilion.
Ember
just cuts the Faestrillion.
dead or worse?
That too, Nakma.
Perfectly fine.
That too.
I need answers, Taz.
Well,
I need a ship, and I want answers.
if we are where I think we are, then there are ships, although they are probably out of your price range currently.
Nakma, my
True.
friend, I have been trading my whole life. Never had that much money I put together. It's not an easy thing to do. Otherwise, I would have done it by now. But that does not mean it's impossible. We could try it together.
There are people
Yes.
here who are wealthy enough to procure a ship. I do not know what it would take to garner such a
find out
favor
where we're
from
at.
them.
Yes,
Sheetrock in that?
we need some information.
Um,
Right there, maybe.
Oh, it's a chipped glass.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Okay. Well, do we have?
Who goes
Are we
first?
injured? How are we all right now?
I am wounded.
Genesis chipped my cup.
Yes. You need me to,
I like pull up my shirt and I'm
shake,
just
shake you up one?
Yes.
Okay.
Whip me up in potion.
Indeed, I do.
I'm gonna start pulling some hardtack and some cheese out of my pouch and distributing them to my friends.
2d4 plus 5, sir.
2d4 plus 5. Pull out some wine as well from my pouch. Pour everyone a glass.
Nice. Good rolls.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll take that.
Here, I'll share this jerky from Mintos.
What?
Some jerky from Mintos.
What is it made of?
A lava ton of goats.
Lava tongue of goats?
Lava tunnel goats, they sit up on the outside of the
Okay,
tunnels.
yeah, that sounds a lot
And
less
we
threatening.
Than lava tongue goats.
Oh, they're totally
Yeah, no, I
harmless.
was thinking to myself,
They're
yeah,
totally
lava
harmless.
tongued goats, and I
They're
was
like-
like, what?
That sounds.
They just, all they do is they just wait for people to come out of the tubes. They wait for the Minotaurs, Cyclops to come out of the lava tubes, and then they just unload their rear end on you. That's all they
All
do.
I can picture
poop?
are those
yeah,
creatures
like birds,
from
you know.
Oh my
Star
god.
Wars. With
They just
blue
sit up
and-
there.
Anyways, the milk.
I feel honored to be able
It's
to
great.
eat such
You
a
should see it
jerk
when the
of an
sun's setting.
animal.
And people walk out to the lava tubes, and this mouths just fall from the holes.
I
Oh,
bite
man.
into it, and it's like juicy.
It's super good. It's
Oh,
salty.
that
it's
is-
perfect. It's tender.
That is a different flavor than I expected, but still good. And
Taste the brimstone.
I'll
How can
wash
it be so
down.
savory and chewy at the same time?
It's just the way that it's made. It's smoked over lava.
So we got out of that
Flash fried.
with
Clever.
a stone of something, and what did I also got the medallion? No, that I gave to you.
Yes,
What is it?
a medallion.
There must have been mounds of treasure in that place. How did we not make it out with any of it? God.
We were frantic. We were desperate.
Fearful.
We were constantly on our own heels,
And we were betrayed.
Sure
and
luck.
we were betrayed.
God, he fucked us over right after I said that too.
It's almost as if you had no power in your words. We should work on that.
Must I remind you, we dealt a heavy blow to Genesis, my friends.
We did. Genesis is in much better control under the hands of, what's his face?
We won the day.
Obsidian? No?
Yeah.
Might be it.
Can I-
We won the day.
She really, I mean, you think she would fight us if we saw her again?
I don't know. I
That is
punched
a-
her in the face before we left.
I feel
She deserved that, no?
she did.
But I don't
Yes.
think that we are
No,
on bad
I-
terms
I
with a
punched
cult
her in the
leader
face
who
'cause-
has thousands and thousands of monster soldiers.
I
That's
think-
a
Were they
good
actually a
thing.
cult?
I think we have reached a stalemate with Obsidian for the time
think she
being.
has
We
She
told-
is neither friend nor foe.
We told them over and over the dangers. They did not understand or listen.
But they were right in the end.
Do we all know that? We need to find out now.
We do. Information is key here.
They said it was successful.
If they are right, then we were wrong.
DM,
How is it right to change an innocent person?
what does Taz know about
Giving
divas?
Magic.
regular,
You're right.
Against their will.
underpowered people
About divas?
magic. I don't know. Does
I
that sound
I
like
think
something bad
Obsidian
things
has her
bad
hands
things people
full.
would do?
But a lot of them did not choose. And that is wrong.
They're going to be
Roll
angry.
religion.
That is wrong.
Was he chosen
going
to
to
be
be
this strong and meaty and smart? Huh? Were you chosen to be? this
Yes.
smart?
This beautiful
Matter of
nose.
fact,
Uh,
I
no.
was chosen to be this
But
big.
that's not the point. We came from our parents, and their parents, we are
it, too?
but you know, a result of our parents' DNA. That's not the same.
That sucks. I got very low.
I take it, Balthazar, you don't know anything about divas.
I'm gonna have to buy a book.
You don't even know what it was. It's like, back where I'm from, angels
diva?
have like
Great.
What are you doing?
rings of eyes, and
You want to know more about the
Does that mean I'm in
diva?
trouble?
Yes, I read a book once when I was young, but it was a work of
Oh my
fiction
God.
in my homeland.
Is that another Jew?
That page was ripped out of my book as
Yes.
well.
you're just conjuring up images of cherubs.
You got me, Mooney?
17?
You know that a diva
Oh, I think
is.
it might be at my. No, it's a plus 1. 18.
You know that a diva is a type of angel, typically very powerful.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, and Nakma beat him.
we have his armor.
Feel the power.
Yes, we have his armor.
Too bad we didn't get that sweet sword.
I know.
Would've
I
liked
wish
to
we
see that
had.
amazing.
Did it blow up at the end?
Oh, it just.
The entire body disappeared. I really want
Yeah, he didn't bleed. That's what scared the shit out of me.
Just that.
That's the first
There
thing
was
you
no
say.
time for black
That's the first thing
smoke.
you say in
There was no
battle.
time for
Do
that.
you bleed? Then you can
His
die.
death was quick.
Yeah, is he dead?
He just bled light. That's what I was.
He
trying
is
to
right
figure
now.
out.
We don't
This
know about the
plane.
angels. Some
Know
angels
nothing
don't die
about
that way.
them.
They go back to their plane.
Yes.
What if we like trap him in a bomb?
I know that when demons die,
Like a Jin?
they don't really die.
Unless you kill them
That's a
in their
thing.
plane.
Unless you
A
kill
djinn?
them in the place where they come from.
I don't know.
So
I think so.
I
I've never run into
question whether this diva is truly dead.
one. We. In which case, it
Okay.
is very pissed off.
Very pissed off and very unhappy with our thwarting of its plans.
But we have allies.
I'll take-
Many.
I'll take
In
it.
many lands.
This is true, and this is one of them. I
Wait.
have friends here.
We. And I have friends in Radmilak, and we have friends in Kamoira, and we have friends in wherever that vampire place is, no?
And
Wait.
perhaps.
Are we
well, at
friends
least
with
one
Paige?
friend.
I really
mean,
do think we are friends with Paige.
Nice.
You're worried about the doppelganger. I do not believe that was their fault.
Yeah, but
He said he switched the stones.
oh man,
The doppelganger did. Otherwise, he would have said, "Ha, we fucked you from the beginning."
Ah.
But no, he said, "I switched the stones," which means they did not know.
And you tried to reach out to Paige.
Okay. Are they gonna be mad if
Yes.
we
Failed?
Failed, yeah.
I don't know. You don't really be mad
What
at the
did they
people who
have
tried
to
to stop the
lose?
thing that you were upset about.
They had nothing to lose.
I
They-
don't know. You're
It was a Hail
completely
Mary.
They're vampires. As good as they think we're dead. They don't care. They have their own
Very
things to
true.
worry about.
I mean,
no,
I
I'm
can
just
just
imagining
ask
like
the
all those
Viceroy
guys
what
just
the
like
vibe
waiting
is.
right now to like get into the portal. Yeah, they must be blue balled.
I don't think it was like that.
What do you call vampires when they like can't eat people?
Vampires.
Blood block.
Fangish.
Blood blocked. Thank you. That is a brilliant one, Cyrano.
Thank you.
The blood block.
Blood blocked.
Yes. No,
Blood
fang
bank.
block.
Oh,
Fang block. Maybe take
yeah.
it a step back.
Blood bank.
Okay, so who do we know here? Where are we?
Yes,
we are in
I
a
keep
city
saying that.
called
Where can we get a drink?
Veltorial by the smell of it, if we are in the Elflands.
You know Elflands by the smell?
I spent a great deal of time here, and there's only
So
one place
I'm
that smells
assuming
like
that
Veltorial
the
because
decor
it's on the
is
sea.
Elvish.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, what? Is it like just sorry?
No, I'm sure it is.
It's kind of
Probably
over the top at all times.
What? Oh, yeah.
Smells
smell
like
the ocean?
frankincense.
The ocean.
I love the ocean.
Indeed.
Strong smells of incense as well as sea salt and fish. The art, structure, everything, the buildings themselves, everything appears to be a lot of circles, domed buildings made out of different types of stone or wood with tall spires and an Art Nouveau kind of look to it. A lot of vine motifs and swirls and nothing really with angles. You don't see almost anything with a sharp angle on it. Everything has looked to be arches and tall and kind of inspiring. As you step out of the building, you're greeted by the same smells that you smelled on the inside, though much stronger, and the smell of the ocean is right there, as well as seeing that there are elven people moving in all directions. It's a very busy place. Many of them are wearing armor of some sort, and half of those are wearing a light armor and appear to have very thick woolen clothing on. you're able to look out over the sea and the bay, and you see that the entire town itself is built in like a step,
Okay, cool.
a set of stairs going up.
Nice.
And all these tiers of ledges and buildings look out over the bay and circle around where you see elven warships.
Oh, cool.
It's almost all entirely elven warships. And
How many?
a couple dozen,
Ooh.
at least. And as you are looking out over the area, you see that there is a main central road that kind of switchbacks its way up the area and then moves off to a higher distance, and you believe you see it kind of circle around
Okay.
a taller peak and disappear back down towards the coast. And it looks to be like a pretty busy trading road. From here you can even see a couple of wagons on it, merchants moving their goods back and forth.
So with us being here in the Elflands, I'm obviously going to be trying to find Kalefell. Do I know where to go to find him here, or do I need to do a little bit of investigation and asking around? Because I have an idea if I do need to do that.
You could bet that you would find him at his home in Gil-galad Shalah.
Okay.
Are we staying here?
And is that within the bounds of Veltoril?
It is not in Vel Toril. It is the larger capital city inside of the gigantic caldera.
Ah, of course, yes.
Oh.
That.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to show you
Go
that is right. Yes, that city there.
So considering this is directly on my trade routes, how much experience do I have with the elves?
You probably have a fair bit of experience, and
Do I have a contact for spice running here?
do you?
I would think so.
All right.
If I've done business. So I don't know how the elves treat me yet, because I'm not familiar with
This particular
out of
town,
game yet.
this particular town, you may have stopped in once or twice, although it doesn't really deal in trading much. It's mostly just supplied through its landline from other places, although they do some minor trading.
Is this the main port? Is that where we are? Because I think you said a lot of times I catch boats from Radmalak up to Kamoira, and
Right.
that would be along the way to get resupplied.
And they use this as a strategic spot.
Yeah, so I would have
Their
stopped here.
their
I don't know
main
how
their
they treat
main
me.
port of trade is actually here.
Ah, okay.
But there is a road that continues along the entire coast.
Okay.
Ships stop here from time to time, especially if they're under an escort from the elves.
Okay,
But
well, let me know anything I know.
you tell me what you know.
It's hard to do because I don't really know the lore. But
Make it up. Go for it.
Do you know what this area looks like?
it looks like jungle?
It's pretty heavily forested.
Forest.
And
Evergreens?
The outer ring of everything is
seen it when I
a
had
ring
both.
of mountains because it's a magical caldera formed by some kind of cataclysm thousands and thousands of years ago.
You're telling me this is a giant volcano?
Yeah.
The ring itself in
This
the elven,
is not. Veltoril is not. It is a port.
It's
you would be
inland.
on the very bottom slope of
Yes.
said caldera. Yeah,
Exactly.
on the
okay.
outside.
So we're on the outer cone, and then in the center, there's another island in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think of it like
Oh, I see where we're at.
what's the name of
Okay.
that lake that we have
Spirit
in
Lake.
Oregon? Is it Spirit Lake where they
Mhm.
have Wizard Island in the middle?
Yep.
I'll kind of picture it like that, except huge.
But bigger.
Yeah.
Very large.
Crater Lake.
Crater
The
Lake.
name of the
Crater Lake.
caldera is
Crater
Ela Velsei Ilith, but the common folk just call it the Well of Eternal Song.
But this is like the size of Yellowstone, right?
Pretty close, I would
Yes.
say.
It's
So we're
pretty,
right on the tip of that.
You're looking at the caldera itself from outer ring to outer ring is about 100 miles.
Okay.
it's pretty magnificent.
So at some point,
I think
like
that's
a
actually
huge
smaller than Yellowstone.
And we
volcano
got a couple
explosion.
islands near us.
Like a super volcano of some sort.
So,
My
okay.
knowledge of this area, it's just where I get supplies. They drop off a few. I mean, I have a guy who can sell my wares, but that's just it.
Well, I know the route from here into the city. I have come here once or twice with my friend Kale to take in the sights and enjoy some food along the pier.
Every time you say kale, throws me off.
Let's go to a bar. That's what you get the information from, no?
Yes.
Unless you know someone of higher pedigree.
I know just the place actually. It's a chowder shop.
But how do they pronounce Shada?
How do you pronounce?
Shout out.
Say it right.
Shout out.
Frenchie.
You
French.
French.
Come on, Frenchie. Say it right. Chowder.
Shout out.
The red or the
Chowder.
white?
Just clams.
There's only white.
Yeah. So we're gonna head down to the chowder house.
Okay.
All right. Take to the streets, moving. You know the streets somewhat well. You catch the occasional glimpse from people, but not a whole lot. The city itself actually has a fair amount of mixed races here. Going from all kinds of different
The
people.
Black Lotus, dude. We are just chomping through like pimps.
Yeah, we're wearing the cloaks, right?
Yeah.
Pimping it.
I mean,
Yeah.
why hide?
Can I put my zoot suit back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me, we've heard a lot of gang activity recently, and we're stopping you guys.
Yes. Yes.
Where's
With
your
the guardian
shop?
angel.
Are you an open
Oh,
mercenary
shop.
group of some sort?
As you travel around, you do come across the shop that you know of, known as the Little Nymph.
Okay.
Nobody cares a Minotaur's walking around their open city.
No?
It's great.
I
Happy.
will head
Totally
inside
happy.
and try and see if I can find the Little Nymph. It's a restaurant, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bed and breakfast.
It's an all you can eat bed and breakfast.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find the.
I've never heard of this. All you can eat.
Yeah, although don't push it, Mooney.
Seafood is
Is that
always
literal?
all you can eat.
You see, our humanoid stomachs can only hold very small compared to yours.
Okay.
The proprietor is a sea elf of some renown.
I understand
But
that.
I'm sure they could come to some arrangement and eat till you are full.
Okay.
We've got some money.
I've
Make
got a
it
couple
happen.
stomachs over here.
Yeah.
A couple of bards play their instruments on the outside with an open tambourine case. They have a small thing. They're performing for coin. The occasional elf comes by, drops a gold or a silver in there, and they give a kind smile and wave on. They're here right at the door, so you pass by them as you step in. And on the inside, you're greeted by large open windows with iron lattice work, foggy from the morning moisture and the cold, rainy weather of this particular part of Elende. And as you walk in, you seat yourselves at a table, and it's not long until the proprietor, you assume, comes over and says, in Elven, Shalapanane, Tole Soket o Fanana.
I'd like the number 2, please.
Oh yes, I know what they said.
Basically, he says to you, like, good day to you, good fire traveler. Welcome to the Little Nymph. My name is Shalan. How might I assist you?
But we needed some information and some food. So a seat would be nice, and then perhaps you can send someone over who knows what's going on.
Well, today is soup day, so soup is half price.
Fantastic.
Other news of the land? Not a whole lot, I'm afraid, but I am happy to serve you whatever you want. I heard that this one asked for a number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize, good sir. I did not know that you did not speak Elven.
Yes. Excuse me. You got like a really big fish I can eat, you know? Like real big. Like a massive tuna or something like that.
We do not normally sell the whole fish.
We have money.
Bits.
Oh, yeah.
Bits
Oh,
and pieces.
Wait. You guys ever put it like on rice?
No.
With some seaweed wrapped around.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
I shall take your word for that. Although I've
You mix
never
it with roux?
never had such a cuisine. Strange lands you must have seen that
If
from.
he orders whatever he wants, we have the money. We're just out of town. Can your chef prepare?
Indeed. How would you like the fish prepared?
Oh. Ooh. You know, you got it smoked?
No, I apologize.
Ooh. You guys never put it inside of jars then, right? If
Uh,
we're-
we do pickle the fish from time to time, though we don't have a whole lot. It's normally for the winter months.
You have lutefisk?
We do not. Oh, you poor sir, you have never tasted true cuisine. I take it that you have traveled from the northern lands of the barbarians.
Yeah, I do a lot of cooking on my own.
Well, perhaps, if I might be so bold, might I offer you up some traditional elven fare? And if you do not find it to your liking, I shall be happy to take it and not charge you for what you have eaten.
Trust me,
Don't be
Willie.
silly. If you're
You'll
looking for
love
new
it.
experiences, it is quite good.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's delicious. Just whatever you bring him 2 of.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Same.
All
And so are
right.
the
Same
large
for this
friends.
man.
Sounds like we're gonna get some salt and pepper tonight, guys.
We could
Yes.
get a whole table just for us. That'd be fantastic.
Well, you are
I've
seated
heard.
at your own table.
Thank you.
I've heard the elven mead is the best in the land.
Ah, indeed, it is light and fresh. I shall be sure to bring some up for you.
Thank you.
One question before you go. I spent some time here. Almost 7, 8 months ago now. I was here with a friend.
Yes?
By the name of Kalefell. Do you have any way of contacting your previous patrons by any chance?
I'm afraid that we do not keep a guest registry. Not just such like that. I could look through the schedule books, though I don't know if I would have any way to contact that person.
It's fine. I just wondered if you did. Guess I'll have to surprise them.
I shall take a look at that.
Thank you so much. We will sit down now. I say goodbye in Elven.
And
I thought you'd say it in French.
Fry you later.
Right later.
Yeah, fry you later.
As we sit down, my friends, I know you usually let us carry the cash and gold on hand. While we are here, you guys should spend some money. We almost died. Here,
Doesn't it?
have this. It's 40 gold. Have this. 40 gold.
Thank you.
If you need more, let me know. I don't have much more, but that is your share for now.
Can I
I've
say this
also
real
got a
quick?
bit more if needed.
Didn't have a lot of time to say this when we were first teleporting, right? But it is weird. It was like we walked into one place and then just were like in another place. It was crazy. And then like we just did it now and like 4 minutes, like not even a half an hour ago. We literally just killed a diva, and now we're here.
Keep your voice down.
That is something to process for sure.
I mean, literally.
We need some
like,
beverages. No,
almost world-ending crap just like happened, and,
Right.
and now we're just here.
right? No,
Yes.
it is quite insane.
I'm just like shocked.
Me too.
Keep the wide eye peeled, my friend.
I don't know how you guys are so cool with this. Like,
I am not cool at all.
I've never teleported before, and this is so
Oh,
weird.
that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you've never teleported before.
I understand the
Listen,
science
those are
behind
my
it.
first times, too.
Yeah, like what time of the day is it right now, Jesse?
Making sure my
it
still
is
attached.
late morning.
It was literally night when we left, and now it's morning.
My
So weird.
my entrance to this place was through teleportation. I came to Amarth that way.
You were dead.
No, to Amarth in the first place.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I was born here.
I haven't had time to process anything since I met you, Meanie.
Jeez. Not even your family's death.
Not even.
I mean, your brother came back, and
Yeah.
it's been months.
And then you lost him at the bottom of the ocean. We lost him.
And then we
tried.
confronted you about
I
some
tried,
crazy
Taz.
demon.
Exactly.
I tried.
So it has been a while.
That thing
I
went under
swam
the
as
ship,
fast
man.
as I could.
Have you had a chance to think about it?
Not really.
This thing that gives you power. You don't think more about? It is not like science or key.
I mean, honestly, Cyrano, I understand where he's coming from. I try
told her
not to
we'll
think about
force him.
Seleos as much as I possibly can.
Am I possessed? What
Yeah,
does possessed
probably.
feel like?
No. No, possess means
Probably
takes
not.
control. No. You are imbued. Much like I bring out my little cabbage. Much like this, I tap it, the light turns on, and it looks at you. Much like this, I turn it off and put it back on. It is not like this. That is possessed. I can turn it off and turn it on. You are not like that.
I didn't think so.
3
Why would
servers
my brother say
arrive
that to me?
with platters, each one, and they all begin unloading stuff. You see that the patron of the establishment unloads and begins labeling off the stuff that is with you. First off, my gentle guests, might I present to you apricot mead that is of the finest purity that we have, as well as 3 meals on you today. We have a celery and octopus salad with lemon zest, as well as steamed mussels with fennel. And we have golden consomme carp, a fish soup, and 1 large side of fish fillet with rock salt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Magnifique. Merci
Splendid.
beaucoup. We will enjoy it for sure.
I haven't seen a meal like this in months.
Imagining like a magic carp's like head sticking out of a bowl of soup.
Right.
It's got a radish
exactly that.
sticking out of it.
Okay, thank you. We were in the middle of something.
man.
Thank you
Unless
again.
Unless there is more.
Oh, no, this will be all. And
Merci.
if you need anything, I will be over there.
Thank you.
And he says in Elven to you farewell, which is Vanya Suli.
I repeated back.
What did you say?
He said goodbye and enjoy. So you were asking about why your brother would call you possessed if you were
Yes,
not. Well, it is quite simple.
it's true.
People fear what they don't understand.
That's true.
And power corrupts. You have power, and they fear corruption.
Why would my brother fear me?
Oh shit.
There's maybe
He's the only Minotaur that's ever taken on a Cyclops in hand-to-hand combat.
Did you have such powers
And
when
win.
you did you have such powers when you knew him? There's only reports of our band
I was just
going
just
and
a
doing
boy.
amazing things. Even before you met me, you were doing amazing things.
Just a young Minotaur.
Oui,
Cerno.
but you have done amazing things. Now,
Where was
and
your
all your brother knows is a guy who plays with puppets in front of candles. Now you are a man
Shut up.
or a bull,
Yeah.
bull man. No,
Ah, yes, I'm
Yes.
a bull.
man.
Ah,
Yes.
don't confuse me, damn it.
But now you are big and scary, and you have lightning powers, and that is why.
And
Wrong,
then
right? I don't
BBC.
know. Yes.
It's a storm soul now.
But what do you know of this patron of yours?
I just heard the name. I need to know more.
What happened in the water?
Maybe
You
I
were
need to
very
go to
reluctant.
the water.
You were reluctant to talk about what happened. You were swimming
It's
after your brother to save him.
Vague, yes. I went swimming deep into the water. Swimming as fast as I can. It went dark. I heard voices. And
Did
then
they
I woke
say?
up.
What did
the
the voices
say?
Ah, it said something that it has me. Very vague. I need more information.
Did it sound
The last thing that I
Menacing?
did say.
Did it sound deadly? Did it sound confident?
It sounded encouraging.
Encouraging. Beware, Nakmo.
If it was evil, it would have just sunk our ship, no?
What was it asking for? Like
It
what
swam
what
underneath
did
us.
it-
Didn't
it
ask
saved
for
him.
anything.
And it just gave you powers?
Some evils are.
Taz has to like convert
Smarter than
people to
pure
his
evil,
like
I
his
understand.
order
Yes.
to get his powers. You just get them for free? Chip!
Save the fish. Oh.
It's not easy being a
Sorry,
barbarian,
I
damn it.
almost do it. I'm just like
Everything
All
slides
three
to
of
one
us
side.
slap our hands down on the table. No,
Lift it back up.
not this time.
sorry. Sorry.
So confusing.
Sorry over here.
Listen, there is a vast amount of knowledge contained within the Elflands, and where we are going
Maybe I need to go
to the
sea
capital,
for my
we can find some knowledge on Vapar. We can find some knowledge on divas. We can find some knowledge on some of these things and answer a few of our questions, perhaps.
I'm just saying that if the monks from Weathertop were able to just be like, hey, can I have magic powers? They would not work so hard.
Well, my friends, between here and Roundblack,
There's nothing magical about my anger.
there are hundreds
It's true.
of mages that rely on me,
Hmm.
Indeed.
and they have not seen me in months. So, whatever we do, we need to write that into the plan. I have to run some supplies.
Where to?
Do it.
They're all over between here and Radmalac, and between Radmalac and Aristocracy. I mean, they're all over these mountains, wherever they can hide from. I look around, make sure no one's listening.
Right.
From those monsters in Radmalac.
Could you be perhaps working
I don't
in
get
a
that
stop in Fiorta?
Wait,
No.
can you explain that to me really quick? Like,
We-
I don't understand. Like, why you gotta be like, oh, the devil.
We,
like,
So the.
I mean, you're just providing a service, right?
No. Do you know how the higher what's the group of people who run Radmalac called?
The Majocracy.
The Mesocracy. They control magic users there, like, and I pull out my purse, like a purse full of gold. They do not let people do and practice on their own. If you are not part, Warlocks are a little different, but similar. No. No, and that's different too. And we're talking traditional magic out of a book, and without seeing, even some sorcerers don't really count. But in any case, if you do show magic prowess in the city, they will want to bring you in and basically tax your ass.
Wait,
And a lot of people don't like that.
there's a tax on magic?
You have to be part of the group, and if you're not, then you're an outlaw.
You see, Moon.
Do they carry that on to like spells that you buy, like potions and?
Well, that is the funny thing. If you can forge paperwork, you can actually purchase things quite cheaply there.
And that's where you work.
Well, I provide a service to the people who live on the underground,
Oh.
people who are off-grid, so to speak, and they need this stuff to produce the healing potions that they need to keep themselves alive. A lot of people want to just go get off the grid and practice their own magic on their own, and Radmalac does not allow such things. They're very bad.
I guess I've barely never ran into wizards off the grid, honestly. Like,
Yeah, well, they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
A young wizard can cast invisibility. That's
Okay,
a
okay.
very young wizard thing to do.
Then what about like Genesis and Olaf? How do they fit in with this kind of stuff?
So when
It's
you're
a
talking
different
about
kind of magic.
it's not the kind of magic that can be controlled the same way
So
as
they're-
knowledge. So
they're
think of. So even my magic is not the same either. I use science to produce effects. They are talking about magic.
Science, you say.
The mix of alchemical reagents. It's much different than what they are trying to control. But a lot of people who are on the down low rely on my chemicals to live.
Okay, so. And there's no easier way than you just walking over there?
That's more than me.
I mean, literally, we just walked through a portal. Could you imagine, like, boats would become useless if we did that all the time?
It costs
Whoa,
a
watch
great
your
deal
mouth,
of magic.
I'm sorry, but you
It's
can't
very
raid a
dangerous.
ship if it just goes through a portal and ends up on the other side of the
Well,
board.
transporting a few people is one thing. Transporting a ship, I don't even know if it's possible.
I don't know. Have you ever heard
I
of the
like
Philadelphia experiment? Anyway.
Oh, that's possible.
I have not, and I don't know. But in any case, you are saying there are ways the magic can do amazing things, and you're right. But there is always a cost, always.
Oh, man.
And if you cast high-level magic, people will figure it out.
Was Obsidian a wizard?
It's true.
Oh, Obsidian!
Did she use a spellbook?
What have we seen of Obsidian's powers?
Yeah.
She
She
never
might-
used anything.
Did I
She's
see
always
her
running
using
away.
verbal, somatic
True.
The best,
material?
She,
the
has
best
she ever
that you
done
got
anything
was
about
that
She's a
you
wizard.
believe that she cast some sort of a knock spell on the door
And teleportation
What
circle.
about, and teleportation
and
circle.
teleportation.
And she did not read from a scroll?
I
She
can.
did not.
Did she use a
Running
book?
away.
She didn't use magic to fight us ever.
I don't
Used an
have.
arcane implement.
She always wait off to the side.
I don't have
Chicken.
access to a teleportation circle, no matter how powerful
So,
I get.
We do know.
She's not a warlock.
We do know that she uses an arcane focus.
So
Which a lot of people do. Do you remember seeing a book on her? Which you could hide it, but I don't know.
Give me an arcana check.
I would like to make a history check. See if she
Some
had a book.
books, some spells don't require a book. Motherfucker.
I got a natural one.
So did he. You know what?
Whatever.
Oh,
Nothing
magic.
important.
To the dice jail with you!
9.
Magic. She
that
is
a
a
two?
fickle
Yeah,
beast.
that's another 2.
Holy shit, we're not
To
supposed
the
to
dice
know. We're not
jail with
supposed to know.
you!
The dice say we're not supposed to know.
She had a staff and said some magic
Okay.
words.
I guess that's just how it works. Staffs and
So, you know, does it matter what she as a practitioner now? She is off. She is not from Radmalak.
She's gonna be busy.
Yes, indeed. And so speaking of, we need to know. What were the other ritual sites? Were they successful? Is there a whole new race of people?
Did we see
I
all
believe
of
there is.
Did we see all the sites?
They
Like
said there would be.
when you were showing the portal,
think
it showed
so.
all the different types.
I think so. We did not have exact
I
location.
cannot remember the other two, but one
There
was a Verithin. Aevarithin.
I just remember some of them being in aisles or something like
The
that.
other one was
Yes.
the Cosgoran Mountains. That's where we were. Oh, the
And
other
then
was
there's
the
the
Octopola
Octopola
Isles.
Oh, that's it.
The
Some sort of isles.
fourth and final one, I cannot recall.
Where did you get this information from?
I think
This
it's
information was garnered from, I believe, the conversation that I overheard between Arizeo and Obsidian when they
Ah.
were in Kelmoira.
Ah,
It was the two portals that were open before we left
Oui.
Yorta.
well, Octopola is not too very far from here, considering the size of our planet.
Mm-hmm.
Oui.
That's
We-
farther than I've ever traveled, and it took me 2 years to make it up to Dragonsport. You know that,
We
right?
traveled by
What?
foot.
I mean, considering where we were and where we are now,
Well,
it is not that far. We have gone all up and
Take one
down.
more step. This is the furthest I've ever been.
We have been all up and down the west coast now, except for we had not been to my home city and Mintios or the Isles. But
very concerned.
Wait, if we go down there, can we go to Mythios? Do you think your people would
I
say
think
hi
there's
to
no
us?
other way to get there.
We're gonna ship.
The
Keep
But
saying.
why do we need to get there?
the Minotaur people, I'm sure, own the waters around Mintios.
That's-
We
that is
likely
a-
cannot travel
That is
past
a
it
good
without
point.
them.
Why do we need to go there?
Are you a
History
warring people?
check.
Do you kill everyone you see?
Mhm.
No, they are traders as far as I know.
You want to give me a history check? Or Nakma, would you like to know
Yeah,
the,
you should just know, no?
the little secret about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Minotaur are, while they're famed sailors, are also mostly mercenaries for pirates.
I figured that.
They don't
Figured.
they don't
have an
typically
No, there's no
Non-Minotaur
organized
pirates?
government or navy or anything.
Non-Minotaur pirates?
goblin pirates.
Like a goblin comes over here and pays a bunch of money and Minotaurs hop on and become pirates?
Like Ayla?
Well, since the Minotaur don't really have a concept of ownership, it's like, hey,
Right.
Wow, you want to ride?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
let's go have fun.
That works out
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah, that does, because they don't have to pay for crew.
Only-
They just bring them with
Only
them.
the village of El Raja, where I
Can
come
we do
from,
that? Like, just get a bunch of Minotaurs to work
Understands.
for our crew?
If
commerce
you can keep
and
them
monetary
all fed.
value of goods.
Teach a Minotaur to fish, and you have a whole crew
Is
full of
it-
Minotaur.
The
don't
rest
know,
of
what if a
Task
Minotaur
which you
opened up a
set for
bank?
yourself.
The bank of Minotaur.
Your people
Yeah.
may not even wish
It's
to
called
change.
Wells Fargo.
with the suppression
Nah,
of
that
the
doesn't sound
Cyclops.
But
They
what
wish
would
to
pull the
change.
stagecoach? Horses?
Lizards.
Are they refugees or nomads?
This wine is meat is very good, no?
Yes.
Most of Minsk
Yes, the
is
apricot.
savage. Very
So-
dangerous.
Okay, looking around, is anyone looking at us by now?
I
we
mean,
all have our Black
do
Lotus cloaks on.
We do stick out.
No.
Well,
Goddamn elves don't care.
if,
cares about us.
if they weren't before, they will now. No, my eyes sort of go milky, and
Oh shit.
I want to know what's going on. I sent my familiar to go look after the Viceroy a long time ago.
You just see like a knife across his
Oh,
throat.
this snack's fine.
That's my snack.
Your familiar is sitting on a silk pillow by a bunch of stained glass as rain patters in a storm overhead,
He's totally
crashes,
Flipping a book.
flipping through a book.
Better Homes and Gardens.
Lazy.
With his tail.
It stops to look at the
Drinking wine.
pictures.
Does it know that he's
pictures.
looking through his sight?
It's pictures of rain
Good question.
scenery
Yeah,
while it's raining.
continues
and he
looking through a book.
still doesn't care. Wow, that is uppity.
Dude, that's what he was told to do.
Hey, this place is
It
going
is.
to
It's
his
exactly
head.
what he
No,
was
he
supposed
told him last
To
time.
read books?
No, to go get help.
Yeah, I told him to go.
Oh, you did, didn't
I
you?
did,
I
yeah.
forgot.
So much for that.
So I'm gonna look
That
around.
is when the viceroy comes into the room and says, all right, you gotta get in the cage, hop in.
Yes.
looks at the familiar. Come on, get in there.
I'll have him
Stole your fucking familiar.
in.
Into it, closes it up, let it lock on there. It's like, all right, you're going a long ways away, little guy.
You dirty bastard.
And starts walking and takes as
Shaking it
as
up.
he's walking, he goes through hallways and you're familiar with the layout of his place. Takes him outside and you see that there is this large wagon cart, and leashed to the side of it is Mooney's Drake.
Just like tongue out, still blind.
Just like onto the side, kind of like a harness, and
Wondering when it's gonna get fed.
And,
'cause dinner
Scratching
time
his own
passed.
face, licking
Yeah.
his own butt.
puts the cage into the back of the cart, and he climbs up and puts
Mangy.
it down
Yeah,
on
mangy.
a bench and like taps on the side. Driver!
Cut out of
And
Mooney's
it takes off a little bit, rocky, and starts going down.
heart. Dragging
You
its
see
nuts.
that the Viceroy pulls out a book of his own and begins reading by the lantern light in the back of this carriage.
What? Can I
So
see what
glad
he's
I don't
reading?
see this.
Yeah, it is a book on the botany of the Tempest Peaks.
And wait, he's riding with him?
Yeah.
He got in the carriage too?
Yeah.
Okay. I will have my familiar reach out with some telepathy and just basically say,
Real place.
like a picture of Taz there.
Oh, poor sweet thing. I know, you miss him. Don't worry.
Oh, shit, that's a long ways away.
Wow.
Wow.
A picture of like the carriage, like, you know, driving off into like an unknown distance with like a question mark.
I'm going to get a boat. You're going home.
I show a picture of the worst place he's ever been in his life, that place I bought him from.
No. No, poor little thing, no, sorry. Elizabeth Bolton has already scribed the location of your partner. We know he's in the Elflands. We're shipping you on a ship, along with this carriage, as a reward.
With the horse.
Dude.
She's scried on us? Like, how did she do that without us knowing? Who is this?
Well, I'll
I don't
fill you
know
in a
shit.
minute.
Shit.
So, okay. With that, my familiar will send him like an image of a book. Like, he wants a book.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Fine, you know, I've only got one.
Treasure Island.
Just like sort of the tail like shivers like a cat, curls up and
Only got
starts
one.
reading.
I love it.
Only got one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
My
sends
whole
like an
fucking
image of the Viceroy like scooting up next to the cage, like, you wanna
Wanna take my book?
Snuggle and read.
I will look out the window.
Taz gets up, eyes go back, and I sort of walk over. I like walk to like the edge of the opening, you know, wherever we're at. We must be in some like side room or something. And bed and breakfasts are kind of weird. They're like living rooms and stuff, you know.
Right.
So I sort of like lean out, look this way, look that way, and I like draw the curtains closed that separate the room from the
Okay.
hallway.
Okay.
And I sit back down. Well, it's not as bad as we feared. We were not betrayed in Page. Elizabeth Bolton herself knows of our location currently, and you'll be happy to know that Snack is well on his way.
Ooh, yes.
And so is the Viceroy, curious,
Why?
with a reward for us all.
The ship?
No, well, a carriage, not a ship.
What color?
Need no carts.
I
Carts are
couldn't
useless.
really tell
Red
from
and
the
purple.
inside. Oh,
Red.
there.
Could fetch a pretty penny.
I like that color.
We could also,
At least I won't have to walk everywhere, I guess.
we
Can we
could
pull it?
also
A chariot.
use it
We
to
could pull it, right?
transport goods and sales. I mean, if you want to pick up business where I left off, we could make some money.
Yes.
But it is not ship buying money.
Dang it.
Not right at first.
You'll have to say.
We have to say.
Are you gonna open some sort
What
of
is
like
that?
snake oil shop inside the back of this car?
No, that is bad
Snake
business.
oil.
I don't ever rub people the wrong way, so to speak.
Well, I mean, actual snake oil. Like
Oh.
that stuff's great. It
You
works
have
on
access
everything.
to oil from snake?
Yeah. You
No,
never used it?
snake.
It's great for your joints.
Of course.
No,
If
we
I
have-
have some, I
we
would
have
take
this
this
cactus.
stuff.
While you take
No,
a
we have this
scientific
cactus
approach,
on Mintios that
he
does
takes
the
a
same
more
thing.
natural approach
Yes,
to
You
his
can eat it, you can
harvesting.
rub it
I
on
must
your
remember he
wounds.
is very.
You can drink it. Great. It
Adept.
slows the aging
Yes.
process.
So, I
Wait,
mean,
you did it for
that's
my
always
back.
something we
Talking
could think
about
of.
Rowlo?
You guys were very handy in the
called?
creation of all those potions back in the day. I mean, we could do that again. Makes a bunch of money.
Oh, and we could travel across the rounds.
And sell
the
them.
realm, selling them.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys talk as if we're old men.
I actually
Minotaur.
like how you are
That's
joining me in what I do my whole life.
For real?
Yes, this is what I do.
Unfortunately for me, gentlemen,
But it's not adventure. It's not that much fun.
the elephant in the room is that I can do none of these things unless I somehow secure Soleos' hold on this world. Otherwise, I won't be long for it.
Well, if you travel from town to town, there's lots of people you could talk to.
Indeed.
Every
Well, I have a
town.
confession, my friend. I would like to help you with your Soleos, demon god friend, but it seems something has attached itself to me.
How would you help me, Nakma? You wouldn't.
I've been working on that one.
You were not
I
a
have a
great
few
fan
ideas.
of what happened with Ayla.
You know, when you pick on kids.
Well,
It's hard to get that concept though. I mean, we thought you were a kid because you're like 14 or 16, right?
Just had my
And-
birthday. 17.
yeah, I really did not
I didn't know that makes you like
understand.
20 in human years.
I get it, and the scars don't help.
Yeah. Let me use
You
age by
never
your
judge a book
scars.
by its cover, beard boy.
What are you trying to tell us, Balthazar?
Oh,
You
damn.
don't want to come with me and sell potions from my cards? It sounds so much fun, no?
It does sound like a lot
That's
of
why
fun.
I'm laughing. You guys, it's not a very luxurious position, just selling potions from cards.
I just want to make some money.
Yeah,
Quickly.
it is that.
I-
But we could go raid goblins and things for more money than this.
But you need to go to Rodmalac next, right?
Yes, I have places to visit from here to there.
I mean, the closest thing that's here that I wanted to go to was a monk's monastery. It's right here, but
It's very close to where we are.
I know. But
Just
if
to the
you need to
mountain
go to
range.
Rodmalac, it's fine. I
No,
can get the mastery.
No,
Actually-
I have contacts all the way down the mountain.
I'm a little worried to seeing these guys too, because
we
I don't
should-
want to be a jerk, but I think they're copying my style.
We should
Well-
go there.
Do they keep in contact
I think you're right.
with the other monasteries, Mooney?
What?
Contact.
Do they keep in contact with the other monasteries in the various different regions? Are they a loose-knit organization, or do
Can
they
I get a
operate
message to
solo?
Emma?
Did they do
Is that
that?
what you're asking?
Yes.
What?
Did they do that?
Do what?
The monasteries keep in contact with each other.
Not really.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
There's a reason why they
It's not
are
like-
so remote.
Guild.
Yeah, it kind of. They like the enjoyment of like learning new stuff. Like they like being surprised.
Yes.
Surprises are really nice, especially when you're just out there meditating all day. You know,
Yeah.
every day.
Yes.
Break these rocks.
And I think
punch
that
this
it
wall.
is actually they go to remote places on purpose, because if you put the effort into finding them and traveling to them, then it is proven that you are worthy to even communicate with them.
Yes? Well, I can see that. Must be why you've always had such a hard time with that.
From a warrior, that's a very honorable aspect.
Listen, why are most of these places in cold places? Okay, I was born cold-blooded.
You wish to travel east?
Yeah, just a little bit east. It's almost on the way, but if our stuff is coming here, we gotta wait, right?
Well, if you wish to get out of the cold, we have to go at least past this mountain range, whatever it is called.
I've been on the other side of that mountain range, and it is hot desert.
Is that what you want?
Normally, but
Because I will say, I am getting quite tired of hunting spices my whole life. I've never experienced this amount of adventure, and it is quite fun. So, while I do need to deliver something to them, I could say that this is the last delivery.
You can
That's-
just quit.
Oui. There are others who take up my mantle, who do other things similar to me. I am not unique in that standpoint. I am a practitioner myself, but there are many people who are just deliverers.
They're not gonna just burn you, right?
No.
I understand what
I mean,
your
I'm
position
a
is.
little sus, you know, because we've
Uh,
been burned
This,
recently,
this whole network,
like hour ago.
it relies on trust.
Okay. Yeah.
So I am open if we have a quest noble enough to change my life forever, I guess. I don't know. We have struck such a mighty blow. It seems sad to end it now.
What do you see yourself in 5 years?
With you guys, I suppose.
With our
You have
heads
no
on
walls.
pikes.
No, I just need to take care of these people.
I see myself in 5 years, like taking down all the other monasteries. And
Taking
burning
them
all the
down?
gods.
What
Not
do you mean?
taking them down. I just mean by like
down a notch.
no, I just mean like
Like a peg?
Yeah,
No,
like
Metaphorically
brick by brick.
speaking?
they've grown a bit egotistical.
Like I'm not down to burn down monastery.
I'm just thinking like maybe in 5
Yeah.
years I'd make it to my own monastery. You know.
You want to make your own monastery?
Parallel.
But I have to become a master.
And you do that by beating them up?
Not really beating them
Get to
up,
kill
but
them?
at least visiting all of them.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
So it's a
usually-
sightseeing
There's
tour.
usually some sort of trial to it, but like
Yeah.
it's kind of
So you-
arbitrary.
So you visit one, you call out the big guy, you guys fight.
It didn't work that way
And then
last
you
time,
move
did
on.
it? I mean, last time I went there, I made a deal with the hag,
What?
and then that fucking weirdly turned south.
That's because
They
you went on
killed
your own.
her. And then like
Crazy
we
turtle.
came back and then kicked the master out and broke the glaive, and then that glaive showed up when we were in Kelmworth, by the way. Oh, I was gonna reach backwards for a second to grab my spear.
Your spirit's gone.
but it's gone.
Mooney, I think you're misunderstanding something about the philosophy of your free fighting. You build a temple, you place these bricks and these stones, and then you sit there and you wait for someone to come and prove themselves worthy, but that's not what a free fighter does. They don't stand in place. They don't grow stagnant, they move. Let your body be your temple, Mooney. Let your students come to you in the wild.
In the wild,
Let them find you.
be as the clan, you say.
Why do
On
you have
your
to prove
adventures
yourselves?
is what he is meaning.
Why do you
on
have
your
to prove
adventures.
yourself? Yes, exactly.
All right, I just it's harder to get students unless you're in the same place for a long time because they got stuff they gotta do in their lives, right? They can't just drop everything and then come with me.
Well,
What? Isn't that the whole idea? They drop everything and go to the monastery?
Not all the time. I mean,
Yes, all the time, no?
there's some people that just are like our part timers. You know, they want to take it up like yoga.
But
You
if
ever heard
that's
of
what
that stuff?
you want, you want a part-time.
No.
You want a student.
No, I want a full student.
Yes,
You know,
so
someone
they
who's
would
really
travel
gonna
with you,
commit
of
to this
course.
fighting style so that it lives on.
those guys though, they're stealing your fucking style. We're
Yeah,
going
they're
for
just
those
drunks,
guys,
right?
Alright, but the rest of them, let them
Wait, you're
rot.
just gonna go beat up some drunk people?
I guess.
Hardly seems
That's
worth
how
my
it sounds
time.
like right now. They don't seem that tough now that you mention it. I'm picturing like a bunch of fat guys, with,
Yeah.
like the fried,
drink too
like,
much
the
and
shaved
fight each
heads on the
other?
top, you know?
Sure.
Like
They wear
friars.
kilts
Yeah,
and they
friars.
go, aye, aye.
Oh, kilts. No, I didn't picture that. That does make sense though.
You're gonna
Gosh,
wear a kilt.
I could use a kilt, but
Fantastic.
I do love these really cool parachute pants is what they called them in Page.
No,
Bright
handle
orange.
pants? No. Nail pants? No.
Hammer
Hammer
pants.
pants.
I have no idea what these parachutes are.
Lots of pockets.
Pants look great. You see these like giant like, puffy pants.
Hammer.
He's sweating.
But I mean, no, we need more. I mean,
Taz reaches
I'm
out
happy
and
to
refills
visit.
everybody's wine cup
Thank you.
while we're all
Uh,
sitting here.
I think that visiting the monastery seems a noble goal to pursue your spirituality. I do not like to just go visit places to kill them, though.
No, I wasn't gonna kill anybody.
Okay.
I didn't kill the last
Not
one.
yet.
You're on the record.
Okay, I promise not to kill anybody else from this point forward.
Whoa!
I'm not worried about you. You're not the
Whoa.
murderer.
Dragons don't count.
That is a very strong promise.
Yeah, you don't need to make that promise. What if they are trying to kill me? I want you to kill them.
We'll just knock them out. It's really simple.
Shallon
I'll kill
steps
him.
up and he
But
hands
then
a
I have to
tiny,
kill them.
I'll kill
a
them.
tiny little book on the table.
Listen, as long as you
When
do.
you're all ready. Worry not about it now.
Hey, it was
As-
really good. You were right.
Thank you.
Mhm.
We
You
pride
won the
ourselves
bet,
on it.
obviously.
I hand him my bowl.
As I shall take those now. Thank you. As for the information
gonna
that
finish
you
that?
had sought, Master, what was your name?
Balthazar.
Master Balthazar. I did have a visit from an elf, but Kaelfeld was the name, as you said.
Right.
It's on the books, although I don't have any contact information for this person.
When was the visit last?
As you said, it was,
A few months back.
yes, a
I
few
see.
months back.
All right, so it's as I suspected. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
If, yes.
Enjoy the rest of your stay.
I appreciate it. You are as kind as you were when I was here last.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Master Balthazar. We appreciate that.
How do you tip here?
Uh,
What's the best
If you could, outside on the notice board, leave us a good review on Gelp.
Gelp?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Gelf, actually. Gelf.
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 Is that a dude?
Yes,
No.
when you.
Is
no,
that
I
a
can't
noise
say
people
that.
make when they're like really good at like
Gelf!
they love something? Just like
No, no, it's Gelf. Well, some people call him Yelf. Anyways, he stands out on the corner. When you give him a good review, he yells it. He's the yelling elf, the Yelp.
Oh, so
Yes.
when regular people are like, "Hey man, I could really use a good place to eat," he'll be like, "Hey, this one place is led by Mooney."
Oh yeah. Try the little nymph. Yeah, well there he is now. That's Yelp.
Oh, thank you.
5 bars.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
I would eat here again.
yeah. So all of these conversations aside, and my own goal aside, which is not only do I have to secure Seleos's hold on this place, apparently there is someone actively working to undermine him, and I have to get to the bottom of that, and I cannot do it on the road. So I must go to the Elven capital, and I understand if you all have something that you would rather do than accompany me there. I bear no ill will. I will be safe there. You can find me there. But should our paths part here, that is where I must go from here.
Are we abandoning you?
Of course not, Mooney. I'm simply going somewhere that you all may not be. You're not abandoning me. You're not leaving me. This is my choice. And it's something that I need to do, and I can't ask you all to be a part of this scheme to empower a being from another world. It's insanity. I barely understand it myself.
We will miss you, no?
But,
You're just gonna be here then, right?
not here in Veltoril. I will press on just a bit further to the Elven capital and try and find my friend Kaelfeld.
You're gonna go there alone?
The roads are safe. If you guys wish to go a different way, then I will go alone. I would love your company.
But you'll be here for a little while, right? I mean, because you gotta wait for your dragon to show up, right?
Yes, I have some coin, and I will stay in Veltoril for a while until Libris gets here.
How long should it take?
It's quite a journey by carriage, all the way from Page to here. This is Page, right?
No, pages
About 4 days.
Oh, 4 days. So, I mean, they'll be here in 4 days. You're gonna want to wait for snack anyways.
Why don't we,
Plus, the carriage is your reward.
so why don't we take 4 days?
Yes.
We'll just drink and have some fun. Get some information about what happened.
As if on cue, Balthazar, you get a sending spell from Elizabeth Bolton.
Whoa.
Ding dong.
I'm getting a call.
Bring, bring, bring.
One moment. And my eyes kind of go like staticky, you know? And they're like staticky, and then they like tune in on like a certain frequency, and I'm just kind of listening.
Balthazar,
Cross-eyed.
we had received notice that you are no longer in the hideout of Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
Your whereabouts?
This is out of character. Doesn't she already know?
Yes.
Okay, it's a little suspicious. As your scrying spell revealed, we are in the Elflands. I thank you for sending Libris and the Viceroy, as well as our reward.
As R.
What of the mission?
I regret to report that the mission was a failure for us. For Genesis, it was a success. They were able to complete their ritual.
Success.
That's 25 words.
It's 26.
It was not 25 words, it was like 10.
I counted them.
I am sending payment for your efforts to Sharafala. I regret to hear of your failure. Any other news?
We
cast it twice.
slew a diva named Arazael. Genesis was successful 3 other places. Octopala Isles, Abarathan, the last one. What was it?
We knew Octopella, Verithan, and Cascoran Mountains.
I can't remember.
That's where we were.
Okay, so Abarathan was a place of air.
We didn't
Say
get the.
Coscoran, but-
We didn't figure out the fourth.
Octopala was water, Cascoran was earth, so some place of fire. And
Lava mountains.
a 4th place where a powerful source of fire must be. It's gotta be 20.
That's all.
That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so
What did she say?
she seems to be on the up and up. It's a little strange. She asked me where I was, even though I was told that she knew my location. But they will be sending our goods and reward to the Sharfala, to the city of Sharfala, which is another port city in the Elven lands.
Okay. Between here and the monastery, no? We shall travel there.
So
Monastery's just past it.
Mm-hmm. Let us go.
let us go. Perhaps we'll rest here for the night. We seem to have stayed up all night.
Oh, no, it's morning. Late morning.
We
Okay.
can sleep in the carriage.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, the ride there. I guess, how much would it cost us to ride there?
I would like to go out and see if I can charter a ride. Or actually, I'll ask Shalom if they know of a carriage service
Nakma, you can't be captain.
to Sharfala.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, you wanna go by sea? You can go by sea?
Or by sea if that's more convenient. Perhaps there's a ferry or something.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, the fastest ship ever.
Yeah.
No, but the sea between these two places.
It's been a day
ferry
or
should be
two.
easy to
Do you
find.
think they're here?
Let
They
us
said
go.
they were coming this way.
Who is? What?
The ship,
The
sharks,
pirates
the pirate ship we had seen last
from
time.
Kelmoira.
The last people we rode with, they might actually be up here
Oh,
because
those goblins?
No, I believe
Ship that's the
I
druid.
overheard
Yeah,
one of their
his
names
brother was on?
Byron.
no,
The druid.
the druid with the
Oh,
sharks.
with the shark ship.
On the
Oh,
outside
yes,
of the troll
perhaps.
cave.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
because this is gonna be like the. It's been 3 days since then, right?
Okay, well let us go charter a trip from here to there.
Yes, well, maybe we, yeah, we could just go down to the docks, I suppose.
I know where it is.
Oh, you know where it is,
Yes,
of course. But of course.
Let us go.
Lead the way, my friend.
We pay.
Certainly. As you get down to the docks, leaving the comfort of the little nymph, you step out into the heavy rain.
Can I get a few bottles of wine?
Yeah, your bill, by the way, opening it up is 19 gold and 6 silver.
I'd like a few
Holy
bottles.
shit.
I'd like a few bottles of wine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 10 gold alone for the bottle of wine, which is why your bill was so high.
Jeez.
I'd like a not that expensive bottle of wine.
A common bottle of wine is 2 silver pieces. You guys asked for the finest everything.
Yep.
I gave you the
we
finest
do it,
prices.
yo.
That's fine.
We do it. We
So on the
deserve
way
it.
out, while I'm dropping the gold, I asked for like 3 or 4 more bottles.
Like, actually, there was even a more expensive
Yeah.
meal for aristocratic.
So 20 gold.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're out.
Stepping out into the cold, wet rain. Down to the dock, you see that there's many, many ships. The elves down here are very, very organized. You see that as you descend, you pass by turrets and towers where they have ballista and trebuchet and catapults, all aimed out to sea in defensible positions, seemingly to protect the bay from anybody who would be unauthorized to come in. Out at the bay itself, the rocky slope comes down on 2 sides, and there's 2 towers out there, and you can see that they have some sort of device that runs across in order to prevent unwanted ships from coming in as well. But that's mostly just sightseeing, as it were, nothing that concerns you. As you get down there, there's very few ships that are actual merchant vessels. There's a couple, but not many. You only see about 3 of them.
Is there a dock master?
Not that you can see right away because of how busy and crowded it is. There's militant-looking elves everywhere. For the most part, it's just suit and armored soldier after armored soldier, and you can't really make heads or tails of who is in charge of any particular place or time.
Okay. But there is always someone that I check in with when I get to the port.
Okay. Yeah, and you turn and look back a little bit. There is a small establishment further down. It's basically a small tavern on the dock side, making the journey over there. It's not too far, a few minutes, and you get there, opening up the gate into the vile urchin.
Okay.
Stepping inside.
Do I know this person well, or is it someone that is new?
It's your contact. How well do you know him?
I don't know if this is my contact. This is just someone working at the dock. You tell me.
Oh, okay. This is okay. So this is not your contact.
I don't know. No, probably not. This person's probably not corrupt in any way. But maybe they are. I don't know.
They'll be like, "Oh, friend, how you doing?"
Right. Well, we shall see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been
As long as they don't ask for any secret passwords, I'm really bad at that.
You step into the vile urchin and look about, and you see that this is a lot of where the people who are non-elven kind of spend their time. There's a few human as well as a few of the other races, dwarves, and even 1 or 2 goblin.
Wouldn't it be funny? I was gonna say, wouldn't it be funny if like all the people from the Goblin pirate ship and then
Yes.
all the people from our ship were all here having drinks?
Oh my god!
Right.
Yeah.
They're all just in here.
As you look around, you notice
Like
that's
nothing
exactly the case.
So I was looking
Just
at
no
this
pissed
guy.
off Minotaur on board. That's it.
Yeah, because we didn't kill any of their
What do
crew,
they
right?
do when they
So
see
wait.
us walk in?
We see this halfling.
There's a halfling there with a very long coat, and he's sitting on a heightened stool, and he's talking to the captain of one of the other ones, of the other ship.
Right.
He's not talking to Mum, but he's talking to the druid navigator, and Mum is sitting there.
He's just like nodding.
He's like, right, so there I was. It was the most damnedest storm I've ever seen in my life. Practically capsized the ship 3 times. We did a barrel roll in those swells. It was incredible.
You rotten bastards. What is this, a trade secret?
Hey.
Pull up a stool. What are you doing?
Sorry, we
Don't just stand there. You're letting all the rain in.
Close the
in,
door.
push,
Yeah.
And
Close the
and
door, grab his
I
drink.
start popping bottles and handing it to my friends.
Yeah, that works.
They're just drinking it from the bottle like the rest of the pirates.
The barkeeper's like, no outside drink.
Nah.
I
No.
finished it in one.
You better be buying. 2-drink minimum for this crew.
I will
Fine.
replace the bottles.
We will
4 bottles,
replace-
please.
You know what they
Same price.
say, when in Rome, I guess. So we'll go sit down with our former enemies on the ship. Maybe we can learn something about where your brother was hiding.
And the one that said everything, I will take his drink and start drinking it.
It's a good thing we didn't catch you guys.
The
'cause,
halfling?
They executed everybody else.
'Cause that's what I do.
You're gonna pay for that.
It's fine. I thought we were all
Part
being
of my
friendly.
man of the sea trait.
Yeah.
Things like that go unnoticed sometimes.
Well,
People just don't
what
give a
that means
shit.
is that we cover for you. So,
Yeah.
you know, the Minotaurs, they don't know. They don't really understand the possessions and things like
Son of
that.
the
Don't
son of a
worry about
sailor.
him. I'll buy
Sorry,
you
man.
another drink.
I'm pretty
Ah.
sure
Wicked
he
scenario.
knows. I
No, we
mean,
get.
Oh, I've had more than my fair share of Minotaur in these last weeks.
He just handed you 40 gold.
what did you where did you get hired by the Minotaur who you took on a job for to bring him out to try and kill us? Did you know that's what he was doing, by the way?
Oh, he said something about a big score. He showed up with a sack of gold. He didn't even know what was in it or how much it was worth. Threw it all at our feet and said, "Take me there," and pointed on the horizon.
Where'd you pick him up from?
Is this
Dragonstone.
Is this the magic user that was on the boat?
Nope,
Yeah.
this is, the
the
halfling magic
halfling.
user.
Okay. You knocked him out or whatever. Okay. Sure.
No.
Right.
Oh yeah, you stunned him for a
Yeah,
minute,
you
and
did.
then so Dragonstone.
You got me good.
You got me good.
We must say thank you, because if you had not come to your senses, we could have all met a very bloody end out there.
Well, indeed. I mean,
Just a couple of you.
I was hired to do a job. Get the Minotaur out there on some other ship. And then he didn't say anything about fireballs being thrown at my ship.
Oh my
If it weren't
God.
for the dragon scale sails, we would have all sunk.
I'm so sorry. We killed all the slaves.
Oh, well, they're a dime a dozen, really.
Oh, can we not talk about that?
Yeah.
It's
We
depressing. Anyway, we must drink.
we did our best to ruin your ship, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, let me tell you, those dragon scale sails, they've saved my horse half a hair too many times.
Well, here's the dragons.
Nice. Here's the dragons. Oh, look, my cup's refilled.
So I take a drink and then I slam my empty mug on the table and I'm like, "What did my brother tell you on your trip?"
Nothing.
Intimidation. Nothing.
Oh, Nothing. He said.
Natural one.
Zip.
For 3 days.
At this point, he knows that you're not gonna fight him here.
You meant to like come out strong, but you're like, so like, did he mention me? Like, did my brother did he even mention me?
No, for 3 days.
name
For 3 days, that psycho Minotaur stood on the prow of the ship, the bow, just staring into the storm.
And the other Minotaur were just like, hold this.
Yeah.
Those guys were like, ride or die with
He
it.
didn't even rest. He had murder in his eyes. Half my crew was too afraid to go within 20 feet of him.
So they should be.
Let alone
Good
the other
idea.
two who were with him. I mean, I've been around a time too, and I've seen that dragon fire. Thought for sure they would have sunk you.
Brother.
Did you know that was on your ship? Seems careless, even with dragon scale sails.
Well, I know that it's safe enough if you keep it away from an open flame.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a crew full of goblins. Those wily creatures will blow up anything.
Fair enough.
What do you think I've got the dragon scale sails for? I mean, hell, half the time my ship is practically on fire.
Do you guys use that now? Like, just the dragon fire all the time?
That's great.
Or...
Well, one of those, I came across this crazy goblin one time, some nut job wanted to affix some kind of massive bellows to the sails so that when you turned the wheel, the bellows would spray forth alchemist fire across the water's surface. I said, what are you gonna, you're gonna burn all the loot and sink to the bottom. And she just looked at me and she's like, and my best goblin impersonation is like, yeah, well, sometimes you just gotta, sink a couple ships and crack a few eggs. And I'm like, I don't even understand what she's trying to say.
No, she's trying to say that as long as you build up enough, like, like
Momentum.
no, like intimidation. People will stop like
We see more that
putting
way.
him up a fight. As soon as you build up enough reputation, I swear to you, you will be able to conquer every ship you cross.
You don't have to beat your foe. You just have to convince them that they're beaten.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
it's
mean,
a lot easier to
that's
raid
a lot of
ships that
alchemist
already
fire.
give
That
up.
seems expensive, but
Yeah, but it's a show of force.
ah well.
Would you like to buy some alchemist fire?
How much are you selling?
As much as you want.
Oh,
This is what I do.
I could stock up on some vials. Oh,
Put in an order, I'll make
I'll
it.
take
for you.
20.
Okay.
That should be enough.
20.
I need to make it.
Yeah, I mean, your
Yes, I
crew
can.
can just throw it over too.
Oh no, yeah, those goblins are great with a sling.
And plus, not all ships are made of wood.
Yeah.
So, we actually need to borrow a ship. I could make this for you and make it as payment.
I don't know about that.
We're
Where you
just going
headed?
from here to there.
To Shalfala.
It's not far. I need time to make the potions anyways.
I kind of want to get away from the Elven lands, but I'll think about it. Meanwhile, the druid and mom are there. And it's like, we just had good business. Why do you approach the pirate and not us?
They're placing an order, of
It's-
course.
Tell the truth. It's because of the murder, isn't it?
Yeah, it totally is.
The stigma on
No
your
more
ship.
drama on the water, mystery on the high sea. I get it. I get it. Life adventure's not for everyone.
There was a
No.
doppelganger in that group.
And we were told
No,
you
there
was the
wasn't.
fastest ship, and that was not the case.
Yeah, you kind of fibbed about that.
Yes. We were expecting no drama,
We
and there was
saved
all
your ship
drama.
from capsizing.
You were kind of rude about it. No discount.
And we killed a dragon.
No
You
sort
wouldn't
of
even
anything.
talk
You
to
didn't
us.
kill that dragon.
It's because it ran away.
Did we?
We would have killed it. It was on its last leg.
Did
was
it destroy
bloody.
us? Then it's dead.
It's fine. It's fine. You know what? I have to deliver a prisoner down south anyways.
A prisoner.
What?
Yeah, you know? Did you forget already? The child who's not a child? She
I thought
murdered?
you had already delivered
Oh.
Yeah, you should already drop
no,
that.
I'm
Yeah, I
good.
dropped her off in Page.
it. You dropped it off in Page.
No, we dropped 2 others off in Page. The
Oh,
child is
yeah,
going
the woman
to...
in the Minotaur.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Dude,
The child is going to Honors Guard.
so we go to this ball, right? And then they threw those guys off onto those spikes, man. It was crazy.
Oh, the sanguine soiree.
Yeah.
Oh man, wouldn't catch me dead there.
See, and this is why we're not doing business. You couldn't have mentioned that,
I didn't know you were going to a party full of vampires.
but you knew about parties full of vampires. You knew what?
Look, I didn't ask why you want. Even if I did ask, you're a real shady group, and I didn't think any of you would tell me. Like, hey guys,
We're not
where you
shady.
going?
We're the Black
Thank
Lotus.
you. We're
You have
the
a very
shady
sterling
Black
reputation.
Lotus.
You're all
Come on.
dressed in black, and you keep your hoods up all the damn time.
I'm not in
red.
black. I am in this purple Dunlackian
Never put my
t-shirt.
hood on.
We do have pretty fancy
And this
capes,
one
but
over
come
here
on
has
now.
the worst disguised beard I've ever seen in my life.
They got burned off.
It's so singed.
Chicken
Yeah,
smell.
like super burned,
Oh,
right?
no.
Melted.
We need to get you a new one of those, Moon.
We got our own problems.
And
it is
hammer
true.
pants.
Anyways, we
Anyways.
didn't come here to quarrel with previous enemies and former allies. How are your sharks doing, by the way?
They're recovering, thank you.
Good. That was a genuine question. I did not mean for those creatures to get hurt. None of us did.
They were quite clever.
They were quite clever. It's a good idea to have a ship pulled
Listen,
by
you
sharks.
bite me, I bite you back.
You're
It's
right.
nothing personal.
Working on a new ship.
You ever just thought about letting that person go?
Giant seahorses.
Perfect.
But they're slow.
Yes.
Their memory is so short term.
But if you get enough of them.
And if I got enough of them.
Yeah, but they can't attack people.
Have you
That's
seen a
true.
giant seahorse?
No.
They can attack.
Maybe.
You see what
Baby
happens
Kraken.
when they find a giant
Baby
female seahorse?
Kraken. That's
Yeah.
not a bad idea, actually. Can you manage one of those?
Probably not.
Ever heard of a
That's
dragon
a bit
turtle?
beyond you.
Ooh, dragon turtle. I once heard about someone who built a fortress on the back of a dragon turtle.
Oh my
And they would rise up from the water and catch ships in the coral towers of this castle. And then they would plunder it before they submerged back down.
Wow, this is brilliant.
Sea elves. Devious bastards.
Damn.
The bartender, like,
That turtle's probably good eating.
Are there any sea elves?
Wait. The bartender.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't the druid an elf?
No.
He's a half elf.
Yeah. Not half sea elf.
Half sea elf,
Yeah,
I was
not
gonna
half
say.
sea elf. Half sun elf. Must be arrogant, just a bit.
Half shot our guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, the halfling's like, all right, hell, I'll do it. Load your stuff up. As soon as the storm and rain are done, we'll leave.
Okay, that's actually really good because I do have a small bit of business I'd like to take care of while we're here. Seems like the perfect place to sell a ring of warmth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, try your luck.
I'd like to try my luck. Been here before. Has to be a.
None of the crew would buy it.
I also have this silver ornamental breastplate.
Oh my
You
gosh.
should try and get rid of it as well.
Yeah. Hey, we
Okay.
killed a diva, by the way.
But you should not.
What the hell's a diva?
I'm
don't
not
know.
going to
It
mention
had
that.
wings.
Hey,
It didn't bleed.
Mooney, what
Didn't
the,
ask.
what the hell, man?
But it
Trying to
died.
move this piece of armor.
Yeah, that's what it belonged to.
We
We shouldn't mention that, I don't
Well,
think.
isn't that like up the price?
No, elves and divas are like,
that'd
they
be very
like each other.
scared.
Yeah, but it was a bad one.
How do we
Which
prove
means
that?
they're bad. You don't want to cross them and wear their armor. Anyways, you should not sell it here.
Yes, I'm not going to be mentioning that.
I don't know. It's very.
Only a little divine blood.
Yeah.
There's no blood. I keep telling you this. That was the scariest part. We're
you
like,
guys-
so quick.
do
Do
you
you
believe
believe
that
that
we
we stabbed him and he didn't?
It's a good time.
No
Break.
Yeah.
What break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna take
5-minute break.
5. Everybody will be back.
Yep. This break brought to you by taking breaks.
We won't go anywhere. We are the only ones
Your
watching
ad
us.
here.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Some guy called
That looks like a spam
Useless
hacker
comment?
bullshit because the dot and the com are spaced out.
YouTube useless
Does not
comment.
look
This
real
is
to
dope.
me.
Restream bot.
Dark and
whoever is
short.
watching on YouTube.
Thank you.
But thanks.
Bye bye.
We'll be back.
Sure.
Dragon turtle shows up out of nowhere.
Welcome back, extended break.
For anybody who's watching on YouTube
That was
later,
more like N4.
yeah. Did for good, buddy.
Yeah, it was about a 25-minute break. It's fine. It's good. We're good.
Cool.
What do you do?
Trying to get on a boat.
And you are hiring
The
the
goblin.
halfling, correct? The halfling captain with
Yes.
the goblin crew.
Can we just break it off?
So he looks at you and he's like, I don't think we were ever properly introduced.
No.
My name is Harkon, Captain Harkon.
Does he have an eye patch?
Hell yeah, I have an eye patch.
Oh, what
I
is,
keep a set of them.
It's good to meet you,
Takes
Harkon.
another one. Eye patch for everybody. Eye patches all around.
Right.
So there's eye patches around.
Pirates for this journey,
This
boys.
isn't an eye patch, it's the mankini.
Look, you can't be calling, like, well, one man's. Just don't ask questions.
It's an eye patch, Mooney.
Okay.
No, your other eye patch.
They finish up, as I was saying, there is a small storm that rolled in. It's just a natural storm, but after several hours it begins to clear. You can see the storm on the horizon heading towards the east, towards Page, and across the coast of Mobile. They load up their ship with supplies and push off. They're escorted out by a couple of large elven corsair ships that keep a close eye on everything. You see the elves in their light armor from the deck of the ships. They kind of look down and peer at you as these servants and crew, indentured crew, are rowing and bringing this long ship
I
out.
forgot about that.
Yes, there are rowers.
Balthazar's
I did
running
not
a
forget.
little bit late. Jesse, I want to find somebody who's like in their cups or hungover, something like that, and a human, not an elf.
Okay.
And I want to take a pouch of probably 100 silver pieces,
Okay.
and I want to try and get somebody back by themselves, and I'd like to cast suggestion on them.
Okay.
And I basically tell this person, take this silver, pass it out to those who need it in the name of Seleos.
No, I'll pass out the coin. To who?
All those who are less fortunate than yourself.
Oh, right. And you cast the spell suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
And
That would be
he
super
takes the
rich.
coin and he stumbles off, wanders down the alleyway and around a corner and travels out of eyesight.
I hustle up to meet my friends.
Yeah, just as the ship is about ready to Harkon's like, I'm not waiting any longer. Where is he?
Bag over my shoulder, eye patch on. I'm coming. Hold
This
on.
ship won't move until
Yeah.
our friends are all here.
Well, it moves with or without you.
You can't move it. Nakma's sitting on the chain.
That's right. Haven't you noticed?
He unslips the chain and leaves it like it's in the water.
I didn't know it came from that side.
The
Not
sea
my
is tricky,
chain.
Moody.
The
Damn
chain
it.
belongs to the dock. I don't care. Just as the goblin crew is
Right.
pushing off with their oars, you manage to jump the 2 feet and land right on top, and you are on board.
Told
Thank
you,
you,
make it.
Nakma. Yeah, ready to go. Excited to go to Shopfalla. I was trying to sell this ring here last night, but I couldn't find a suitable establishment. If I can't find a good place, I will leave it with you all to sell in the event that we part ways.
All right.
Whatever.
The ship takes to the open ocean, leaves the bay, and begins following the rocky coastline, and sails well into the evening.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that our game?
So,
I think so.
All right.
that's the game.
That-
Shopfalla next Wednesday.
We'll be there to get our just rewards from Paige.
Our eternal reward.
Good night.